Good morning, Bowflex family. How are you? I am Amy, and today we are doing a 30-minute full body kettlebell workout. So we're gonna give it just a couple minutes to see who joins us live today. But while we are waiting, just make sure that you have a little bit of space to move, that you have your kettlebell. I'm gonna be using my Bowflex SelectTech 840 adjustable kettlebell today. So I will be adjusting the weight in between. If you have just a regular kettlebell, I'm gonna give you different options depending on your fitness level and depending on what size kettlebell you have. So don't worry about that. Just have it close by, but somewhere out of the way where you're not gonna trip on it in the warm up. And then of course, make sure you have water. So again, this is your live 30-minute full body kettlebell workout with Bowflex. I'm Amy, and we're gonna get started in just a minute. If you want, you can go ahead and just start marching or jogging. We'll get a quick little warm up to get the blood flowing, get the muscles warm, and then we're gonna go about 30 minutes. All right, so go ahead, march or jog. Again, make sure that kettlebell is out of the way where you're not gonna trip on it. And if you have a couple sets of kettlebells, you can certainly adjust the weight in between. I will cue you on when to do that. Work to your level, be where you are today, and just get moving. That's all that we care about. Big deep breath in and out. A couple more just like that. A lot of us here on the West Coast are just waking up. Maybe it's later, earlier for you. Take it out wide and just kind of lean into that side lunge. Rotate through and breathe. There we go. And roll through that back. Flat back down. Keep it going. And then hold it here, and we're just gonna gently press out on the inside of the leg as you roll that shoulder forward. Just kind of gentle pulse, warming up through the back. Really important, especially when you get to those kettlebell swings. And walk those feet in, round it up, and just little tap, reach across. So really stretch long through your fingertips, turning your knees and your hips, and then take it over your head. So hopefully you're starting to feel warm and ready to go. And breathe. Let's bring those knees up in the front, little gentle knee pulls. And then hamstring curls up in the back. Flex it here, pull it back. If you have never worked with a kettlebell before, don't worry, I am going to give you different options, especially in some of the more traditional kettlebell moves like your swing. Squat it down, roll that hip through. Take it down, roll it through. One more each way. There we go. And little kick forward, little stretch. Don't worry if you can't get all the way out there. Just stretch out through the back of the legs. Okay, so shake it out. Go ahead and grab your kettlebell. So I'm gonna start mine actually on the 12 today, I think. Oh, there we go. All right, so we've got that kettlebell. We're going to start with a goblet squat. So a couple of options. You can hold your kettlebell, what we say, by the horns, either this way, or flip it upside down. It's one of the things I love about this Bowflex kettlebell is that it's actually easier to hold this way, but whatever works for you, whatever feels best for your grip, and we're gonna hold it here. Sit low, goblet squat. So goblet squat, we're getting lower than those hips. Really put the weight into the heels. Nice, good posture. Dropping back into the hips, into the heels. And again, you're holding that kettlebell, whatever feels best for you. And breathe. You can have it close to your body. It's gonna keep that core engaged as we're holding it. And then obviously you're probably feeling your biceps working as well. Let's get 4 more. Drop it low for 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Good, bring it up. So we're gonna hang on to it here. we're just gonna get a little bicep curl. So again, whatever way you've got it, if you have it flipped up or upside down, we're just gonna do a regular bicep curl. So just drop it down, curl it up. Drop it down, curl it up. You're gonna feel with that weight distribution of the kettlebell, it's a little bit different. If you want a little extra, you can even push those hands into the kettlebell towards each other. You'll get a little bonus shoulders and chest. And breathe, take it down and up. Here we go. One more. And relax. So go ahead and drop your kettlebell down. I wanna get a little stretch out. And then we're gonna put those two together. So we're gonna make it a compound move. If that feels like too much for you, you can just do one or the other, or at the halfway point, you can switch. I will cue you on that. All right, so grab that kettlebell, whatever way feels more comfortable for you. We're gonna drop it low in that squat. At the bottom of that goblet squat, you're gonna do the bicep curl and drop it up. So that's what's different. We're gonna do it at the bottom of that squat. Keep everything working a little harder. Chest is lifted, shoulders back. Let's get that heart pumping. Here we go. Drop it down, curl at the bottom, bring it up. Drop it down, curl, and up. Low, and up. Making sure that that kettlebell is not pulling us forward. We're keeping that chest lifted as we do that curl. And breathe. We're at that halfway point if you're switching. And down. Dropping low, then curl to the chest. Last four. Should be feeling those legs and those arms and that heart rate getting up for cardio. That's what we love about compound moves. We can get that cardio in as well. Last one. And relax. Good. Put that kettlebell down in front. Stretch those thumbs to the back. Little taps. Grab a quick sip of water. Whew. How's that heart rate? Are you feeling it? I know I am. Okay, we're gonna stay with this kettlebell. We're gonna get a classic kettlebell move, the windmill. I'm gonna show it to you low first. You can try it low, and then if you wanna take it up top, you have that option as well. So we're here. Kettlebell in that bottom hand, you're gonna turn that foot out, and we're gonna lean. So it's a little bit of a stretch, a lot of a stretch. Actually, you're dropping it down. You can press that hip out, but you're not bending the knees, right? So you're up here, look up at that hand, go down the front of the leg with that kettlebell, and then bring it up. So start here with that low windmill. Nice, good stretch, and then a lot of obliques. So those side abs, bring it up. Let's go one more here. So if that feels good for you, keep it there. If you want, switch it to that top hand. You're gonna extend it up. Your motion is still the same. Drop it down and bring it up. Drop it down and bring it up. Yes. If that feels like too much for your shoulder or your back, just take it to that low position. That works too. Four more. 4, and breathe. 3, yes. 2, last one. Good, bring that kettlebell in, and we're gonna take it on that other side. So we'll start with it low. Again, we're getting a little breather for a stretch, but also a core recovery, right? Working those obliques. So start it low, turn that opposite foot out, hand up, look up, take it here, and up, and breathe. And again, we're not bending those knees. We're looking up, and it's a nice good stretch. Kind of similar to that triangle pose in yoga. If you want, take it up to the top. You're still putting that hand right down the leg and that other arm straight up. And breathe. Last 4, lower, high, whatever feels better for you. 4, yes, 3, 2, one more, and relax. Good. Give your hands a little break. If you need it, we're gonna move into a lateral lunge. So I'm gonna take that kettlebell on one side and then the opposite arm out. So I'm gonna step to one side, leaning into that lateral lunge, cross that kettlebell towards that foot, and then push out. That feels like too much. Just keep it stationary and just do the lean. You've got a bent leg, straight leg, push out of the hip. Ready, here we go. So take it here, push it out, there we go. And I like to just kind of have that hand out so I know where I'm going, but certainly fine to get here. How low can you get? Can you touch that kettlebell to the floor? Really get into that hip and breathe. Good, last two on this side. One more. Switch your hands right into that other side. So cross it over, kettlebell to the inside of the foot. Really push out of that hip. Getting low. Yes. Getting that lateral movement, really good for our hips, our outer thighs, our glutes, quads and hamstrings. And then of course, hopefully you feel a little cardio. Last two. One more. And relax. Grab that kettlebell in the center again by the horns, either here or here, whatever feels better for you. And we're just gonna do a simple press. So just straight up and down. Your core isn't tight. And again, however you're holding it, take it up and down. We're keeping that core engaged, making sure we're not arching. Pull everything in. Let's go 4 and 3. Last 2. One more. Good. Breathe for a second. Hands get a little break. Watch me. We're gonna hold that kettlebell in the center. We're gonna step into that lateral lunge. We're gonna press up at the top. We're gonna alternate our sides. So again, compound movement, putting them together. You can pick one if that feels better. Getting a heart rate push, getting that cardio, getting legs, and getting arms. So hold it at the center, shoulders back, stepping right, press, and left. Here we go. Lateral, press it up. Sit low, press high. Take it down and up. There we go. Again, if you're holding it this way, this works too. And up. Really get deep into that hip. Good. We're at that halfway point. If you're switching, elbows in, kettlebell towards your chest, then press straight up, then low into the hip. Big heart rate push. Then we'll get a core recovery. Last 4, 4, 3, 2, one more. Yes, relax. Whew. I'm gonna rack mine up because I'm gonna switch my weights in just a minute. Grab a quick sip of water. Again, hopefully you're feeling that heart rate in those compound movements. So we're always getting our cardio along with that strength, with that toning. Let's take it seated. I'm gonna take mine up a little bit. And we're going to get your basic Russian twist for core, for abs. So start sitting up nice and tall and actually start with no weight to get a feel for it. You're just going side to side. So you probably know this move, it's pretty common. Getting that rotation, you decide what feels good for you. If you can get a little more, great. If you need to keep it pretty center, if that feels better on your back, that works too. And then if and when you're ready, grab that kettlebell and take it down. Little touch, center, touch, center. Whew. There goes my weight plates, right? Touch, center, and breathe. If that feels like too much for your back, just take it back to body weight. If you want more of a challenge, lift those feet up. Here we go. Let's go. 8 and center. 7. Pulling in that center core as we twist for obliques. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, stretch that over. We're gonna go ahead and bring it up into some swings. Classic kettlebell move. So, if you have a heavier kettlebell, this might be the time to use it. I'm gonna go ahead and switch mine out. It's on 12. I'm gonna take it to 20. Whew. All right, so kettlebell in the center. If you have never done a kettlebell swing before, here's what I want you to start with. We're actually all gonna start with this. Kettlebell is right between your feet. Grab it here, and I want you to think of it just like that deadlift or that hinge. Shoulders back, soft bend in the knees, and bring it up. So start here. We're all gonna do this deadlift to warm up our body for those swings. And breathe. Drop it low. Eyes up, making sure we're not rounding that back. Really keep it here. Pull. Let's go. 4. And breathe. 3. Last 2. Keeping an eye on that lower back. 1 more. And relax. So again, if you've never done a swing, I want you to keep that. If you want to do the swing, we're going to think we're driving the hips back. We're powering it up. We're gonna keep it chest level or below. We're not gonna do that swing over the head. We're gonna keep it sort of that traditional kettlebell swing. It's backloaded. You're squeezing in your glutes and hamstrings, locking out the knees, locking out your core, locking out your back. It's not a squat. The beginning of it is that hinge. You're gonna prep it. I like to say hike it like a football. Eyes up, power it up, drop it back. I like to really make the breath audible. So you know, that's where you're locking out and tightening everything in the glutes, hamstrings, quads, core, back. I also say my arms are getting the work, but they're not doing the work, right? They're not lifting. It's not a squat and a raise. It's a hinge, then it's a power move. 3, 2, 1. I want you to let it swing and relax. Pedal out those feet, get a little stretch through your back. How did that feel? If that felt good, we're gonna do another round in just a second, but we're gonna get a little upper body in between. Go ahead and stagger your feet, take it here. We're gonna do a row. We're gonna bring that elbow up. I'm gonna try to keep with this 20. We'll see how it goes. Bring it up, drop it down. Bring it up, drop it down. So I'm just staggered. You can do whatever feels best for you. If you want to be more parallel, but we're just going to bring that elbow up, squeeze in the shoulder blade, let it drop, squeeze, and drop. Let's get 4 more on this side. 4, 3, 2, good. Relax, bring it up. We're going to switch our sides. Ooh, that 20 was hard for me, but always good to challenge yourself. You might surprise yourself. Lift heavy. That's how we get stronger, and that is how we really see that change, mixing up that variables. It doesn't always have to be weight. It's also mixing up your equipment, like using a kettlebell. Here we go, flat back down, staggered or parallel, bring it up, drop it down, bring it up, drop it down. And because of the width of my kettlebell, I'm dropping it all the way down. Up to you, just make sure you get that lengthen in your shoulder, in your back. Good, let's go 4 more. 4, and breathe. 3, last 2, 1 more, and relax. Good. Stretch that out. How about we go back to that swing? So kettlebell in the center. Again, if you feel more comfortable, keep it just with the hinge, just with the deadlift. You're just here to here. If you feel good with the swing, remember we're powering it through the back of the legs. Think of it like a pendulum swinging. You're reacting. Power. Here we go. Hike it like a football. Power it up. And again, I like to really breathe out so I know that's where I'm really contracting. Keep it going. Drive it back. Bring it up. Here we go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pedal those feet. Woo, stretch that back. One more time with our rows. We're gonna mix it up this time. Kettlebell is gonna be in the front and we're gonna alternate between the two. So watch me here. Feet are parallel. I'm just going to bring it up with one, drop it down, bring it up with the other. If you'd rather just hand it off in between, that works too. But if you drop it down, you're really gonna have to reach for it, really use that back. So here we go. Hinge it here, bring it up. Row, down in the center, row, down in the center. If it feels more comfortable, take that hand out to give you that space. Breathe. And again, make sure you bring that elbow all the way up. Drop it down, all the way up. This 20 is getting heavy for me, but I'm gonna finish it. Breathe. Keep it going. Here we go for 4 and down. 3, 2, last one. Yes, relax. One last time with our swing. You can do it. I know this is a lot that we're working in the back of the body, right? Going from those swings to those rows, but you can do it. Feet between, parallel, kettlebell in the center. Roll those shoulders back. Deadlift to modify. If you can, swing it here. Don't forget about that core. You're locking up at the top here. Breathe. Not arching. Here we go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pedal those feet. Let's grab a sip of water. Woo. I love swings. Maybe my favorite exercise of all time. I don't know, I love so many. But one of the things I love about it is your heart rate gets up a lot, but you don't feel it till you're done, right? Okay, team, so one last thing up top. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to a little bit lighter. So if you've got that option, whew, here we go. All right, so we're gonna lunge it back. You have two options. You can just hold it center. We're gonna step all on the same side, lunge it here, press it up. So same side, reverse lunge. If you feel okay with it, we're gonna rack that kettlebell, and then halfway through, we're gonna take it to a clean. So we're here. You're either here or two hands, step back, reverse lunge. Drop it here, bring it up. So we're in that racked position. Think about that thumb on your collarbone. You're kind of resting it right up on that shoulder. It's gonna keep the core engaged. Drop it back. If that feels like too much or too weird, you can grab it with 2. Let's go 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Watch me. If you want, we're gonna add a little here to a clean, right? Drop it down. It's just a little toss and clean, right? And rack. 4 more this side. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, relax. So that clean is just getting a little bit of power, a little momentum to use, but then you're steadying it when you're racking it at the top, using that core. Let's switch to that other side. I know those legs are tired, but we're about to go down to the mat, finish with some core and some upper body. You can start it here, lunge it back, press it up, or you're racked here. Again, thumb at that collarbone, resting on that shoulder, core's in tight, is making us offset, right? So it's pulling us a little bit. So really engage in that core to keep it steady. Yes, push into that front heel. Last 2. 1 more, you can keep it here or add a little drop and clean. Take it here and up. And breathe. Again, you're getting a little power to that racked. Yes. If that feels too awkward, don't worry about it. Just keep the lunge. You're still keeping that upper body engaged and that core engaged just by holding it. That's what we love about this rack position. Last two. Whew, or last one. Yes, relax, good. Catch your breath, quick sip of water. Let's take it down to the mat. We are almost done. All right, team. So with your kettlebell, again, I'm gonna switch it up to here. Roll down onto your back. We're gonna hold the kettlebell right in the center. So we're here, core is engaged. If you wanna put those feet up, you can, if that feels okay in your back and you feel steady holding that kettlebell. If you wanna keep them down, that works too. We're just doing a basic chest press and down. And again, hold whatever feels comfortable. You're here, it's hard here, but take it down and up. Again, if I have the feet up in that tabletop, I'm just gonna get a little extra core engaged. We're gonna get that core working in just a minute. And breathe. Last four, you keep going. 3, last 2, one more. Hold it up top. We're just gonna start just tapping the toes down, just here to here. Core is in nice and tight. If that feels okay, we're gonna push it out to that bicycle. You can keep it a little higher if that feels okay on your back, or drop it a little lower. If at any point you need to set the weight down, that's okay too. But by holding it up, we're gonna engage a little more. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. Drop it down to the side. Little stretch. Whoo! Breathe. Let's stay here. We're gonna go back to that chest press, but we're gonna add a little triceps at the top. Again, if you have a heavier kettlebell or a thicker kettlebell, if that feels like too much, just keep the chest press. We're still getting the tris, we're still getting the chest. Whoo! Here we go. Feet can be down, feet can be up. Chest press into tris. Take it up, triceps, and down. Make sure you have a nice, good grip. I know sometimes it's hard at this point in the workout when our hands are getting a little sweaty. You're just bending the elbows, so classic elbow flexion and extension. And down. Again, core is engaged. If this feels better to you, keep it here. Elbows come right down by your side. Breathe. Let's go. 4. Bend for tris. 3, 2, one more. Woo, how those arms feeling? Can you do that little toe tap? Or bicycle. Get them working hard. Low if you can. Pull that belly button in. Deep core. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Breathe. Whew. Who's feeling it? I know I am. Let's bring it up into that plank position. I'm gonna put my kettlebell right in the center. We're gonna come up into a high plank, but I'm gonna come a little bit behind my kettlebell. So I'm here to here, and we're just gonna do little taps right on top. Your job is to keep those hips square. Try not to rotate too much, but being a little off balance, it's gonna get those obliques working, get that deep core, and then we'll keep that upper body. We're so close to being done. Here we go. Helps if your feet are a little bit wider. If you need to, knees are fine too, or even here. You're still gonna keep that engagement. Keep it going. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, stretch it back. Very last move of the day. Put that kettlebell down. So whatever that means for you. And then again, hands on either side. I'm gonna take my hands right on either side of the kettlebell, so you move it back just a little bit and take that knee across back to center. We're keeping it nice and slow. but try to get that knee on the opposite side of the kettlebell so we really get that core engaged. So what we're looking at is all the way across. You're getting all that deep core and center core in the plank. When we take that knee across, we get those obliques, and hopefully you feel your heart rate for one last push. Here we go. For 8 and back. 7, 6, yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, stretch it back. You did it. Just sit back into that child's pose. We will get a quick little stretch. You can let that head drop. Through the back. Go ahead and put your kettlebell to the side. Come into a seated position. One foot out. Pull that toe towards you to stretch out that hamstring. Fold it over. And breathe. Hopefully you feel like you got some strength, you got some cardio, you got some energy to start your day or continue your day wherever you are doing this. If you notice, we were not jumping, we were not running, we weren't doing a ton of high impact, but we did get that heart bumping just by using the kettlebell. So again, one of the things I love is how we can use our strength training for our cardio, right? Knees out, roll through that back. And breathe. Let's take those hands to the front, chin to your chest, round through that back. And open up those thumbs. Grab behind. And big stretch over. Make sure you check out all of the other videos on the Bowflex YouTube channel. We also have a lot of quick ones. If you're just looking for some quick fit tips, I have some fit tips that go along with some vlogs, as well as just quick 5-minute workouts if that's what you're looking for. I will be back next Monday at 8 a.m. with another full body workout for you. So check it out here live on the Bowflex YouTube channel. I'm Amy from BodyFitByAmy. One big deep breath in. Thank you for showing up today and working out with me. You did it. That was full body kettlebell. Have a great day, everybody.